Hello guys, welcome back. So in this lecture, let's quickly discuss about the get method which we are going to implement for doubly linked list. Okay, so I'll take an example of this particular thing here. Okay, so let me just quickly copy it. So basically what get does is we simply pass one index in it. Okay, and then based on that index it tries to find the particular node which can be there at that particular index. You see, we know we don't have any index in the doubly linked list, but we loop through the error with the help of the length of the linked list, right? And then we try to find the particular node at that particular index. Okay, or at that particular number of the length, right? So let's say here we have four nodes, right? And if you want to get a third node, so what, let's say we want to see like which node is there, what is the value of the node which is present at index number 3. Okay, so what we will do, we will simply create a get method. Okay, let me just write a multi-line comment here so it will be easy for me. Okay, so we will create a get method and then here we will pass some value in it, or more specifically we pass the index at which index we want the node, like node at which index we want, index. Okay, right. And then what we used to do, we loop through the array. Okay, loop through the array and then we match if the passed index is matching with the current index in the loop. Okay, and then if it matches, then we simply return that particular node which we found at that particular condition if this condition matches, right? So in case of singly linked list, how we used to do it, let's say we pass the index 1, we start from the very beginning, that means we start from the head, right? So if this index, let's say the index equals to 2. Okay, so if this index is matching with this one, no, then we move on to the next one. If this index is matching to this index, or let me simply index them for your ease. Okay, so let's say 0, and then here let's pass 1, 2, 3. Okay, so these are all indexes. Okay, so if I is matching with this particular index, no, then we move on to the next loop. If I is matching with this particular index, if I is matching with this particular index, yes, it is matching with this particular index, and then we simply return the node, right? Return 3. Okay, so which is the node basically which is present at index number 2, right? So this is how we used to do in singly linked list. We start from the head and then we loop through the list until we find that particular node, right, at that particular index. Okay, on that matching index, so to say. See, in case of small data structure like small linked list, small data set, you can say, it's totally fine, you can use singly linked list, that doesn't matter. But in case of large data set, let's say you have thousands of millions of data, right? In that case, choosing a singly linked list to uh, get a particular node can be a bad idea, right? In that case, you can go with this doubly linked list, right? So in doubly linked list, we never start with like, we not always start with the head node, right? So let's say we have 5 nodes here. Okay, so let me add just one more node so it will be for your ease. Okay, so its index is going to be 0 1 2 3 4. Okay, so like this, right? So let's say we have passed index number 3 here. So in this case, if it is a doubly linked list, see, doubly linked list flows in both the direction side, from left to right and right to left. Okay, so if you want to get the node which is at position 3, which is at index number 3, so what we have to do, we simply have to check the length of the linked list. We can divide it by 2. Okay, length divided by 2. If the index which we have passed, if it is smaller than length divided by 2, then we can start from the head. Okay, and if the index which we have passed is greater than the length divided by 2, then we can start from the tail, right? This way we will be sure like which side we can find the element uh, more easily, right? And this is what we are going to do to implement our get method in the doubly linked list here. Okay, so let's quickly start with the doubly linked get method. So first we have to pass the index, okay, and then we need few variables here. Okay, so let's say let me just create few variable. Let's count, and then let's create current node. Okay, we will keep it as is for now. Okay, and then at the end we are going to return current node, because this is what we are going to find and we are going to return, right? Now here we will write one if else condition. Okay, so first we have to handle one edge case. Okay, so that edge case we will handle right at the beginning. So if the index which we have passed is smaller than 0, okay, or you can say index is greater than or equals to this dot length, okay, then we simply have to return null, because at the length itself you won't get anything, because we are creating the linked list 0 based. So you won't get, let's say we have 1 2 3 4 5, you won't get any node at the index 5, right? So that is why if the index is greater than length or equals to length, then we are simply returning null here. Okay, or if it is more than 0, then obviously we are not going to get anything, so we will simply return null. Okay, now let's move on to the next part, which is writing the actual logic for this. Okay, so let's start with the first block. Let's say you want to search the node in the first half of the linked list. Okay, how we can search, right? So we will see if the index which we have passed is smaller than or equals to this dot length by 2. Okay, so if this is the case, then we will start uh, like count we are going to set to 0. Okay, so count is going to be 0. Okay, current is going to be this dot head. Okay, and then we will run a while loop. Okay, while count is not equals to index, that means we are simply matching this particular index. If I is not equals to the current index, we'll move on this way. If it matches that particular index, then only we have to simply return that particular node. Okay, so in this case what we have to do, see, if the count is not equals to index, then we simply have to move the current node forward, right? So for that what we have to do, current equals to current dot next, right? Now here we have to increment the count as well, otherwise this loop will keep on running, right, infinitely, right? So this way what we are doing right now is, let's say the index which we have passed is 2. Okay, so total length of this is 5, so 5 by 2, it's going to be somewhere around 2.5 or something in JavaScript, right? Okay, so which is obviously is greater than the current index which we have passed, right? That means we are going to start from the head node. We will search this node. If the current index passed is matching with this index, no, we will move on to the next node. We will update our current node. Okay, so current node will be this one. Then in the second iteration, current node is going to be this one. In the third iteration, current node is going to be this one. Okay, if the index matches with that node's index, then we will simply come out of that while loop, and then we will simply return that current node. It's as simple as that. Okay, so yeah, now we are done with the first half of the get method. Now let's quickly move on to the second half. Here you guys don't have to do anything much, we just have to reverse the logic. Okay, so instead of starting from 0, count will be this dot length minus 1. Okay, so current node is going to be this dot tail, because we will start searching the node from the left side, right? If the index, let's say we have passed 4, if the index passed is greater than the length by 2, then we will start searching the node from the tail, right? So this is going to be our current node, then in next iteration this is going to be our current node, in next iteration this is going to be our current node, and so on and so forth, until we find our node at that particular index, right? So where were we? This side, right? Now current count is going to be not equals to index. We have to run the loop until we find the node at that particular index. Okay. And if we find the node, like if we don't find the node, then what we have to do? We simply have to move backwards in the linked list, right? So in this case, instead of updating the current node as current node dot next, we are going to update current node as current node dot previous. This thing, right? So this way we will move backwards in the linked list. So this is going to be current node, its previous is going to be this. We have updated our current node as this one, and then if it is not matching with the index, we will move backwards, current node dot previous we are going to update. Okay, now count is going to be decreased every time. Oh, not here, sorry, here. Okay, and if I save it, if you wanna take a screenshot, if you wanna like try it before me, then you can pause this video and you can try it by yourself. Okay, or I think we are done with the logic, so let's quickly try. Right, now let's pass few other nodes, let's say 5, let's say 6. Okay, or let's pass some strings here, otherwise you guys will get confused. Hi, say, let's say we pass dude, Simon says. Okay, so we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 nodes right now in the linked list. Let's quickly verify it. Okay, so DLL, we have some nodes here, and then we have high length is says, and then see how painful it is to see all the nodes if you want to see. So I think I have implemented that print method somewhere in the previous lectures. So anyways, if required, then I'll implement that in the W linked list as well. So that basically what that basically does is it simply gives all the node values in a single array, so it will be easy for the eyes to see those all the nodes which are present in the array. Okay, so anyways, let's somehow manage to see all the nodes. Okay, next. So short and simple, we have all the nodes here, right? Now let's try to use dll dot get. Let's pass some invalid index first, 12. Okay, see, since we don't have any node at particular index at index 12, we are getting null. That means it is working fine, right? So let's pass, we have 6 elements, right? Let's pass 3, 0 1 2 3. So at 3 we are going to get dude. Okay, so let's pass 4, we are getting Simon. Let's pass 2. Okay, 0 1 2 we are getting bro. That means our get method is fully functioning and it is working just fine, right? And if you think you guys have any optimized code, you are welcome. You can suggest, you can write your code in the description. You can share with us. See, we all are here to learn together, right? If you think you can optimize this code, okay, so everyone have their own like way of writing code. So if you think you can improvise this code, then you're most welcome. Okay, otherwise you can practice this one and you can first try to understand like how this is working. Okay, so yeah, this is get method in the W linked list in a nutshell. So this is it for today's video. See you in the next one.